Hey everybody, hey traders, Chris Pulver here. It is just after 2 p.m. I'm actually doing a recording for my final hour session so I can post it online at 3 p.m. To premiere on the channel. So I'm doing that because I'm still having some internet outage issues. I'm at a hotel, local hotel that I've got internet access to. I just wrapped up a webinar and I thought I'd knock out a quick recording. Want to talk about some of the levels that I highlighted today. In my Telegram channel, I had mentioned that 600 and 594 on the SPY are two key levels. Now, I think what I'm going to do here is I already put in a 594 put that I'm still going to be trading towards and targeting by the end of the week. So I'm going to look at my broker platform right now, and I can see that it's trading for around 60 cents. Now, I paid $1.37. If I get into a second contract, that might be okay. I think what I'm going to do here is I'll switch it up, and I'll take a 595. So I'm going to go ahead and buy another put at 595. Just go one contract. It's going to cost me about 80 cents, and I'll get another one in here at 594. So let me go 595. So I'll buy it for 78 cents. And that filled. And now I'm looking at getting in another contract at 594. Rather than going up and going closer to the money, I'm just going to look to see if I can get another 594 at 60 cents. That'll give me a cost basis of two contracts. 60 and 130 is $2. I'll get in for about $1 a contract. So I'm going to get another contract in here at 61 cents. That's going to be another buy put at 594. And going out to the 15th. Filled. Okay. So the way that's going to work, here's my broker platform. Here is the SPY. I'll update this in Telegram as well. The butterfly closed out. So I had a couple things running. I had a hot spot and I was looking at some price action. I had enough of a feed and speed of my internet on my personal hotspot to have my broker platform and my chart. And I had my liquidity levels, and so I did a call fly at 600 with my pin price, and I turned a 30-cent debit into a 50-cent credit. So I did that as I was, kind of managing. I was in and out trying to figure out the internet situation if I had to leave my place. So I did take a little profit there going up towards 600. That was achieved. Now I have my two long puts at 594 for a cost basis of around $1. I can confirm that here. So I bought in for $1.37. So 137 plus 60 cents is $1.97 by 2. So I'm in for two contracts with a net basis of 98 cents. So that is the 594 long put, and it cost me 98 cents. Now that's on two contracts. I also added in just now the 595 long put, and I paid 78 cents for that. Okay, so those are filled. That's what I'm looking at. I'm still going to be monitoring this. This is out till Friday, so it's not super time sensitive. But basically what I'm looking for is, can price go down to revisit these lows at 595? Can we potentially break these lows and fill this liquidity level at 594? If so, more than likely I can turn a, this would be a $4.50 move. Let me check the deltas here. So a 450 move at around a 20 delta. So a 450 move at a 20 delta, I would turn a 98-cent net cost into another 90 cents of credit. So I'd be looking to close that out for around $1.80 to $1.90. If price is really aggressive to the downside, then I'll look to close it out over $2. And the same thing on my 595, that's a 25 delta. I'd be looking at about a $3.50 move. 350 times a 25 delta. So an 87-cent add-on to my 78-cent debit. So I'll keep those numbers in mind. Let me just make a note here. I'm going to bring up Notepad, and make a note. So I have the 594. So this is SPY bonus trade. I have the 594 long put, $1.37 debit, and a 60-cent debit. So I'll put net cost is 97 cents. 97 cents net debit based on 20 delta, looking for $1.80 or more credit. Okay, and then I have the 595 long put, paid 78 cents debit, I believe. Yep, 78 cents debit, and I'd be looking to add 90 cents to that. So I'm looking for about $1.60 to $1.70 or more credit on that trade. So that would be based on a 25 delta. So just note to self, and I'll track that through the remainder of the week. Good on that. So price is dropping now. That's good. I'm actually going to update this in Telegram really quickly as I'm doing this live, and I'll post this video. That way it's in real time in addition to the premiere that happens at 3 p.m. for my YouTube channel. There we go. I'm going to add this in for my bonus trade. Bonus trade update. I'm recording a video to premiere for my 3 p.m. YouTube final hour. I'm adding another contract to the 594 long put on the SPY for 60 cents. Here's the breakdown. 11:15 expiration. This is on the SPY. 594 long put. $1.37 debit and 60 cents debit. Net debit. Let me do the math on that again. I think it was 97 and 98 cents. So 1.37 plus 60 divided by 2 is 98.5. So net debit is 98.5. I will target $1.80 credit on the trade. Okay, and then I added in a 11:15 expiration 595 long put, and I paid 78 cents debit. I will target $1.60 credit on the trade. Okay, so updating that in Telegram so traders have it. We'll see what the rest of the day looks like. There's still that 600 strike that could be hit today, tomorrow. We could have a gap higher and then a fade hard. We have PPI data that comes out tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. The market, I think the Fed is still, getting lucky that the market's not reacting to inflation. We're still sitting here with a pretty tight range for the week. Trading wise on the SPY today, down a little bit, up a little bit, kind of range bound, kind of a choppier day. Here's SPX on the day. Same type of thing, down, up, nice to recenter. Traders in the daily profit play that I was in on my Zoom, on a phone call this morning on Zoom to just kind of talk through it, walk through it, and traders are making some good profits, so that's awesome. And we'll see what tomorrow brings. Hopefully everything's back up and running for full service and internet back up and running as usual. But overall, the SPY is still clinging to a minor gain for the week. The QQQ is hanging in there with a slightly red candle on the week. The Dow for the week is still clinging to a green. The Russell is actually down on the week with a pretty decent sell-off yesterday. And then we go into some other instruments here. Dollar index is up again on the day. Oil, big sharp spike to the downside at 66.90, then back up again today, back up to 68.42. Crude light futures doing the same thing, spike down towards $67, then coming right back up. Natural gas also going a little bit higher. Gold. Let me take a look at gold on another workspace here. I might end up putting in a trade on gold. I'm going to see how far out I can go. Let's take a look at this. So I'm going to go out on XAU. Go to the higher time frame here. Okay, so we are approaching the 23 fib as well as my 100 moving average. I'm not ready to take the trade yet, but I'll be watching this overnight. We come into, trading tomorrow. It's really simple. I mean, I'm going out 12 plus months. I'm not really time sensitive on my exposure to gold. Certainly more long term. But let me take a look at the option chain right now. If I go to my broker platform, here is let's go GLD at first, and I'll look at GC. I don't think I can go out far enough on futures contracts to make it interesting. So I can go out to 2026, January, June, and even January 2027. I mean, if I can get filled on those orders, I will take probably another credit spread or bull call spread in January 2026, as well as June, as well as I'll do all three of them. Probably putting in like 0.5 to 1% exposure, let it go out there. There's lots of time in the trade. It's kind of a set and forget at 1% risk. If it pays me, great. But yeah, I'm definitely going long term on gold. Same thing on silver. So we're pulling back. I think there's a little bit more downside pressure, which I'm totally good with. We'll talk more about this tomorrow in session. Silver, same type of thing. You know, as long as silver doesn't break this 26.50 low or even this $26 past resistance becoming support, I think silver still looks pretty darn good. Bitcoin spiked up as high as 93.5. Wow. Still creeping up to that 100K mark. I'm looking to see if we get a measure move at symmetry at 108. IBIT, you know, had a nice new high again today up to 53. I'm trying to target this thing up into the 60s. So had a nice, you know, pop to the upside. You know, P&L on the day is pretty good. I was looking at like $11,000 in profit earlier. Now it's at 84.40, which is fine. Still at a nice high watermark on the portfolio overall. And we'll go from there. So taking a look at a couple things, you know, MicroStrategy fading hard off those highs, which is fine by me. For right now, Coinbase also a lot of volatility pulling back. I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin prices starts to reflect that just a little bit. I mean, there could be some major profit taking. Coinbase, you know, that's a big reversal in Coinbase. Wow. So that is down about $37.50, 11% just on the day. That's a big move there. Ethereum still above $60, which is good. My EETH is a credit spread. I needed to be above $60 for full profit, looking good by the end of the year. Everything else looking okay. Amazon up on the day to 214. I might be looking at additional rolling covered calls if possible. I've got a 1220. I rolled that out to like 1227 for another couple of dollars. I may look to roll this out into January and up again, but I might just get it called away as well. I'm up a decent amount of profit on Amazon. And it's certainly something I want to dollar cost into more. Google, I need to stay above 160. That one's looking pretty good. Meta, if we get a pullback into some of these deeper moving averages, I'll add some more exposure there. Microsoft is looking better. I've got a 230 by 235 bull call spread. It's up to 427. I said 230. I meant 430. 430 by 435 bull call spread. If we get up above that into 440 or higher, even if we stretch into all-time highs for the rest of the year, obviously that's a good-looking trade. Netflix continues to rip higher post earnings. Impressive. I'm not going to chase this thing. I've still got some income trades that are looking really good. Nvidia, I'll wait for pullbacks if I get them. Otherwise, it's just a bull call spread. Tesla, red on the day. This makes 2 in a row. I'm still happy to get some pullbacks on Tesla, add some more exposure. I expect this one to be pretty volatile. It'll probably stay that way. Berkshire Hathaway, they had a miss in EPS, but a big hit in revenue. That's a big pop to the upside in Berkshire. I think I dollar cost average into this. I have some exposure on BRK. Let me check. So BRK, I thought I had it. Yeah, March 21st, 425 by 430. Where did that go? That's weird. Did I not get filled on that? BRKB. Son of a gun. I had a bunch of working orders at 250. Well, that's not going to work. Son of a bee. All right, well, I guess I didn't get filled. Fudge muffin. Well, so the plan was this. I tried to put it down to see if we had a move into the 200 EMA. I was looking to get filled all the way down here towards the 425, 430, and price just ripped higher. So I will cancel these orders for now in Berkshire Hathaway. Let me cancel all these. Cancel. Those aren't going to get filled. I'm not looking to chase it. So I'll revisit Berkshire Hathaway. I just put that on the watch list. Let's take a look at the yields. The 10-year yield is up again, 0.4%. The Fed is going to lose total control of this market if the yields in the bond market are continuing to rip higher. It will put a lot of stress on equities if we get up to 5%. We are going to see what happens, but 5% and beyond, this is the bond market's way of saying the Fed, you're messing things up, something's going to break, and the bond market is saying that we can't afford to basically be cutting rates and bringing the official cash rate down while also seeing that inflation is not trending lower, right? We are no longer trending lower. We had 5 or 6 months, slightly lower CPI year over year, went from 2.4 now up to 2.6. We have PPI data tomorrow. If it also shows an increase we had last month and this month, possibly both showing higher or hotter inflation, stickier inflation, it's not a good thing. So does it cause the Fed to pause in December? We'll see. It's interesting that the CME Watch tool is looking at another rate cut, even though it's higher. it came as forecast at 2.6 if you look at the calendar today, but it's higher. So it is what it is. But this yield will be something that we have to watch, period. 30-year mortgage rate up to 6.8, that's going to fluctuate. If we start going higher on the 10-year yield, that mortgage rate's going to go up as well. And the dollar, take a look at the dollar. It's still advancing, and I think it hit my, yep, it sure did. It got through my 50% take profit that we talked about this week on that news candle breakout. So there you have it. Really simple. You know, a lot of noise during the election. Post-election candle, get a nice clean breakout. There's your 50% target profit achieved. So if anybody was trading similar action on the dollar index, that was a nice little 50% target. If I was in the trade, I'd just be moving the stop loss to break even, looking to trail it. If it goes up higher, cool. It just comes back to these previous highs in October 2023. Maybe comes back into this bigger liquidity gap between 108 and 109.50, and the dollar just rips to the upside, and we'll see what that's going to do. But overall, pretty clean technical trade. So watching gold, watching silver, watching Bitcoin, watching the indexes, I'm still going to play the downside. Now, I'm not doing that to be bearish. I mean, I'm looking at this this week, for example. Look at the weekly candle on the SPY. Have we done anything? Not really. You know, I mean, what's going to be interesting is this going to be just a tiny little red candle and then next week is more decisional? Maybe. Or do my levels that I have noted right here, you know, do we start to fill up a little bit more on the order flow down to this 594 and I can have that 595, 594 level hit by Friday? If so, have some nice profit running on those long puts. So, all right, I'll wrap it up there. I want to give myself some time in order to get this video processed and posted for the premiere at 3 p.m. I'm sorry that I won't be live with everybody, but enjoy the recording, and hopefully everything's back up running business as usual come Thursday. Okay, have a good rest of the day. Happy trading, lots of profits. See y'all soon. Thanks, bye.